They just teach you
On a personal level, I'll
your
go through
personal
some
life into your work.
So leave it, tell them to just
Application and
leave.
research.
Yeah,
A lot of
yeah,
research.
all that research is there, definitely. But see, today I want to know if I have to pick this up.
Welcome, and please tell us about Pink Platform and your initiative.
Okay. I'm essentially a banker by profession, and I've been an entrepreneur after that. Quit working because of children, I have 2 commercial companies. But something happened to me in the last 3 years. 2 things happened actually. One was I had a surgery, I was so down that I had friends who came to my help. So I thought there should be a place wherein women talk to each other, because women can help one another from really any aspect. And number 2, there was another case that happened in my life. My part-time woman, who's been working with me for the last 10 years, she got one of her daughters, Rekha, got married at the age of 17. I told her that don't get her married. She's too young. She should wait for another year or 2. But she said, "Nahi, Mem Saab, हमको अभी लड़का मिल गया, हम कुछ नहीं कर सकता है." So anyway, so this girl gets married, and within 3 months she's back. She's black and blue. She's got cigarette butt marks everywhere. She comes to her home, and her own father, beats her up and does not give her a single thing, saying that you have no right in this home. So she came and stayed with us. She stayed with us for about a year, and I saw a huge amount of change in her. It's all about reassuring them. It's all about empowering this lot of people. This was a girl who was uneducated, who knew nothing, absolutely nothing. She had no skill sets other than jhadu katka. So, it just sort of, I pondered over it, and I wanted to do something, but I didn't know what. I thought I'd start doing events, bring about awareness, talk to women, get women involved. But then I had a cousin of mine who came in, and she works with Yahoo, and she came in and she said, "Why don't you start a website, so you can reach a larger section of women?" So which I did, but unfortunately we're not really IT savvy, so it took me a while to put together. It took me a long while to get the name together. However, it started up, and I'll tell you what Pink Platform is all about. It's essentially a virtual platform for women where they come together and they can ask questions, issues, essentially share their views or their ideas or their experiences. It could be good or bad, essentially to help another woman. It's with the purpose of help. You really lend yourself to another, be in another person's shoe. And Pink Platform, essentially, you could question being a member of Pink Platform. You could talk about hair, beauty, being slim, how to start a business, how to set up a business plan, and on the other side with abuse, abuse and loneliness, depression. Now, Pink Platform essentially has a private page wherein you, for these very sensitive questions. The rest of it is open purely because it can help a larger community of women. So stemming out of there, just the ability for women to help each other, I'm hoping on a larger picture that we can all come together and help the one who I need. I'm talking about women who have less knowledge, women who are being abused, women who are underprivileged. Just us being as privileged women, we can do something. We can bring about some change in the society. So that's what it's all about.
So essentially, you think that what one could sum up Pink Platform to be is of the women, by the women, and for the women.
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
So,
it's women's rights,
yeah.
and recognizing that you're not alone, and that we all have similar issues. And we are the lot with the computer, so you can come online and really talk to each other. But there are a lot out there who we need to eventually reach out to.
Right. So it could be something that is essentially a physicality of the situation, or an emotional situation, a mental growth, or oppression, suppression, or even dreams and ambitions.
Absolutely.
So it's everything that a woman.
But unfortunately, when it's only on the computer, it's only accessible to a certain strata of society.
Yes.
And all these things are required way more than by the people who are not literate. So if I am not accessible to a computer, for example, how am I supposed to know about, hear about, and access the women at Pink Platform?
Okay. Look, so we need to begin. We need to begin small, okay? We need to begin with the ones who are educated. We need to begin with us who can, and we are the ones we need to reach out. I don't have a method to reach to these women. I really don't, because there are a huge number out there. So if
who are in a way a worse situation than us, because our support systems are probably still in place.
Yes.
A majority of us have a lot of support system, right?
Yes.
We have friends, we have family, we have education, we know when to go to the authorities. So I feel that we should be able to do something to increase awareness in the people who don't know what are their rights, what they should be going through and what they shouldn't be, when they should get married, when they shouldn't.
Absolutely.
What are the skills you need to give your daughter, and what is the education you need to give your guy from who you have to save those girls from. The problem begins with women who don't bring up their boys well, where they are teasing girls on the street.
Yes.
So you know, it is the moms who need to start. Again, the problem starts with the woman only.
Actually, I have a daughter. The greatest enemy of a woman, which I think Pink Platform should try to eradicate that problem.
Okay.
What has happened is, if every woman, affluent people like us, we must be having a staff of 5 at home.
That's right.
So if we start taking care and talk to these people and educate them, they would go to their houses and educate the other people. And if there are any complicated problems, they'll come to us, and we can always put it across to Pink Platform and ask them that, okay, how do we do it?
Absolutely.
How do we solve it?
Absolutely.
So we have to begin with our homes,
Yeah.
our boys, our children, our daughters, our
Absolutely.
staff,
Absolutely.
and that's how we grow.
Absolutely. What a brilliant thought. And having said that, there's also one other aspect of Pink Platform. I have a bunch of professional experts on the panel.
Which is a very
there.
good thing,
I have Bhagyashree there. I mean, I think her spiritual side really attracted, that's really something that I was drawn to. So we have these ladies who are professionals, and essentially most of the question answers are done by the community, which is part of Pink Platform. But if it gets stuck and a professional advice is needed, then one of the professional
So I believe that you have a lawyer, and you have someone from the police department, and you have bankers to help the women to grow, fulfill their dreams, kind of get a startup when they want to start a business somewhere.
That's right.
And we could help these people start out really small and then grow.
Yeah.
So
as we take the conversation further, you also doing a major event tomorrow.
That's
where you
right.
have lawyers, and it's a very unique event. I'm sure you would like to know more
Yes.
about that.
Okay, so the event tomorrow essentially is about what's happening in the environment, the today's environment, where there's abuse, there's molestation, and there is a certain degree of awareness, and what, as women, again, what is our responsibility towards all of this? So what I have is a panel discussion. I have the director of Human Rights Watch Global. She's going to be talking, and she's going to tell us what our rights are as a woman, what should we do, how do you go to the police, how do you file a complaint, and how do you be taken to the hospital and treated. And I have 2 doctors on the panel as well. I have a psychiatrist, and I have a gynecologist, and a lawyer. So the lawyer has essentially, again, tells you how and what is the recourse this woman has. So it's all about spreading this out so that the women who are being cornered, who are being abused, who are weak, who are powerless, get our support. And really, I think by the statistics that I see, this year over last year, the reports out in the papers are far more than last year. I think last year there were about 150 cases. This year in the first quarter were about, 400 cases. So that goes to show that
because of the media actually supporting and the awareness of actually women getting so lot more people have come forward and are ready to register a complaint, because they know that somewhere down the line they would get justice. It may be delayed, but
possibly
there would
not
be
justice, possibly their voice will be heard.
At least
Justice is a very ultimate
I
thing.
believe but I believe there are going to be some 100 odd fast track courts that have been set up, and fortunately we are at least moving. There might be baby steps, but we are moving towards the right direction. What we essentially also need to do is, I think if lots of women get together and we can actually file a petition where we can have the rights of women change in our constitution, because what was there a couple of years ago doesn't hold true right
Absolutely.
now.
It's irrelevant completely.
Yes, completely. So a lot has to be changed, and we cannot hold it like a Bible that has been written and that's how it's going to be down the ages.
It's
A
already
constitution,
done.
yeah.
It's
It is
done.
in process, but
Yeah.
I think there are so many different points that need to be
they're
addressed.
quite,
Yeah.
they're being quite strong about
Yeah,
it.
they have
They have
changed.
done it. They've
They
done
have
it
changed the
already.
rights, and Human Rights Watch
Yeah.
is like a monitor watching all of this and bringing it up to the government.
Right.
So, and I think also the police, everywhere, I think we need to protect the woman. We need to make her feel safe. I think
Okay,